What's up guys, welcome back to another Lorcana with Luke video. My name is Luke. Today we have a very special deck. By popular request, we have a update to my Robin Hood theme deck. So what I decided to do was make two new deck lists that are updated. One is 100% on theme Robin Hood, and the other one just utilizes Robin Hood as the main theme of the deck to focus around synergies between damaging characters and other sorts of characters. So the Robin Hood theme deck 100% is coming in at under $20 as well, so it is fairly budget friendly, and every single card in the deck is from the Robin Hood franchise. We have tons of cool characters from Little John to Skippy to Robin Hood. We got more Prince John, Little John, Friar Tuck. We have Prince John's Mirror, Robin's Bow. We have two locations in Sherwood Forest and Nottingham itself. So this is very, very, very thematic. You're going to be feeling the Robin Hood theme in this one. Now, as far as the gameplay of this one, it's pretty interesting. We do have, for signpost cards, right, we do have the Robin Hood that can deal a damage to a character. We do have Prince John, who says whenever your opponent discards one or more cards, you may draw a card for each card discarded. Really, really awesome card with Ward, quest for 2 as well. And we have a little bit of ways to make our opponents discard cards as well. We have Friar Tuck, Priest of Nottingham. He's the priest. Cool. He's a 2/4 quest for 2. When you play this character, the player or players with the most cards in their hand chooses and discards a card. So that's awesome. When you play this guy, immediately on turn 4, after your turn 3 Prince John, you could make somebody discard a card. Or if you're playing a multiplayer game, you could make each opponent with the most cards in hand discard the most cards. So that's pretty fun. We also have this uninkable 5-drop Prince John, who's a phony king. Whenever he quests, each opponent with more lore than you loses 2 lore. So this Robin Hood theme deck has a bunch of really cool cards. Can make people lose lore, can make people discard cards. We can draw cards off of the discard cards. We also have this brand new Robin Hood Sneaky Sleuth from the Shimmering Skies set that I really love. It's a floodborn hero, 3/5, quest for 1 with shift 3. Shift 3 is awesome. You can play this on turn 3 on top of your Robin Hoods, and there are 1-drop Robin Hoods in the deck too, so it's pretty awesome. And this character gets +1 lore for each opposing character or each opposing damaged character in play. So this works really well with, obviously, our Robin Hood capable fighter that can deal damage to stuff, as well as it just works well with our 1-drop Robin Hoods and our 2-drop Robin Hoods that we can just shift on top of, which is fantastic. We also have some big boys in the top end. We have a 6/6 Little John Loyal Friend that quests for 2. So this guy is going to be our muscle. He's going to be able to take out a lot of threats, as well as if he needs to quest for 2. That's fantastic. He can do so. We have another 6-drop in Robin Hood Daydreamer. These kind of the art kind of goes together, in my opinion. They look like they're drifting in the same lake, so to speak. And this guy quests for 4. Quest for 4 for 6, and he's a 4/5. Amazing. And he's a Robin Hood character, so sign me up. We also have a cool shift line in Little John Resourceful Outlaw. This is a inkable 6 cost, 4/5 quest for 2, but shifts for 4 only. And it has this ability called OK Big Shot. While this character is exerted, your characters with Bodyguard gain resist +1 and +1 lore. So that's amazing, right? Resist 1 makes damage dealt to them reduced by 1, and the extra lore is fantastic. So what we're trying to do is we have this 1-drop Little John Camp Cook. It's a 0/4 quest for 1. Hopefully this will be just too tough for people to take out, that it'll just quest away for the rest of the game until we get to turn 4, in which case I want to shift Little John on top of the 1-drop Little John, and then immediately you can quest with this guy because you shifted him on top of a ready character. And then when you quest for 2, then he's exerted. So then your characters with Bodyguard gain resist +1 and +1 lore. So let's imagine you play Little John, Robin's pal on turn 3, and then turn 4 you shift on top of the 1-drop Little John. So we want to play 1-drop Little John into, I don't know, anything on turn 2, maybe a Robin Hood. And then on turn 3, we want to play this Little John. And then on turn 4, we want to play this Little John to shift on top of the 1-drop Little John to give our bodyguard right here the ability to quest for 2 and have resist 1. It also gains evasive during your turn. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. So yeah, the Little John Resourceful Outlaw is very cool. And then on the very, very top end, we have a uninkable 9-drop Robin Hood Timely Contestant. It does quest for 4 again, which is amazing, and it's a 6/6. And it has Ward. It does a bunch of stuff that I love. And it has this ability called Tag Me In. For each 1 damage on opposing characters, you pay 1 less ink to play this character. Now, you might misread this at first. It says for each 1 damage. So that means if something has 5 damage on it, that's gonna reduce this character's cost by 5. Even if they only have 1 character in play with like 5 damage on it, it basically says for each 1 damage on opposing characters. So yeah, essentially if you have a lot of damaged characters on the opposing side, you could play this for cheap. And a 6/6 that quests for 4, I would probably, with Ward, I would probably pay like 7 for that, maybe. Because this one is a 4/5 quest for 4 without the Ward, 6 cost inkable. So yeah, like if you just get a few reduction on this, make this like reduced by 2 or 3, I think it could be very good. But there's only 1 in the deck though, because I don't want to be clogged with too many 9-drop uninkables, you know what I'm saying? So just 1. And then we got some items here. We have 1 copy of Prince John's Mirror. If you have a character named Prince John in play, you pay 1 less to play this item, so maybe it's just a 2 cost. And at the end of each opponent's turn, if they have more than 3 cards in hand, they discard until they have 3 cards in their hand. So this is just kind of here for the combo with Prince John Greediest of All. If you can play this guy on turn 3, and then on turn 4, you can like play a Prince John Mirror that costs 2, and then maybe make them discard some cards so you can draw some cards. I think it would be okay. There's only 1 in the deck because I'm not confident it's going to be very, very good. I don't really know exactly how good this card is, but I don't imagine it would be useful to have more than 1 in the deck anyway. Once you have 1 in play, it's probably going to be useless. So yeah, I don't know. We have Robin's Bow, uninkable 3-drop, exert to deal 1 damage to chosen damaged character or damaged location. And whenever a character of yours names Robin Hood quests, you may ready the item. So this item is so cool to use. You can really get creative with it. You can exert this to deal damage to a damaged character, then you can ready it up by questing with any Robin Hood character. And whenever you quest with a Robin Hood, you ready each of your Robin's bows. So that's why I have 4 of these bows in the deck. If I could get more than 1 Robin's bow in play, then I think it gets extra exciting. But of course, it can only hit damaged characters, which is why, of course, we need to first find a way to get them a little bit damaged. So that's what the skirmish ability for Robin Hood Capable Fighter is here for. That's pretty much the only way we have to do damage, though. There's not a lot of ways other than maybe just questing and then hoping they challenge into us sort of thing. But yeah, Robin's Bow. And then we have some locations. We have Sherwood Forest Outlaw Hideaway. It's a 2-cost inkable location that has 7 willpower, and it doesn't give you any lore at the start of your turn, which kind of sucks, but it does have 2 abilities. It normally costs 2 to move here, but your characters named Robin Hood can move here for free, and it gives characters Ward while they're here, and exert, pay 1, deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character while they're here. So that's pretty interesting, right? Once you move your Robin Hoods here, they gain Ward. And I think that alone makes this location very good, right? Robin Hoods can move there for free, and Robin Hood characters gain Ward while there. Well, every character gets Ward while there, as long as you move them there. So I think this location's pretty solid. We're only going to run 3 of those instead of 4, just because it doesn't gain you any lore, and probably useless to have more than 1 in play at a time, so yeah. And then last but not least, we have Nottingham Prince John's Castle. It's just a 2-cost location that gets us 1 lore a turn, 6 ink or 6 toughness to take care of, and there's no point moving any of our characters here. We don't really care about that, but it's 1 cost to move there. So yeah, nice little location there to diversify our threats. So I'm actually really happy with the way this deck turned out. I haven't really talked about I don't think I mentioned this guy here. Robin Hood Archery Contestant. It's a 2/2 for 2. When you play this character, if an opponent has a damaged character in play, straight up gain a lore. That's fast lore. You can gain it right away. And then Skippy just a 2/2 with Ward. Nothing incredible, but a couple copies of that, just for the character, for the Robin Hood theme. So yeah, I think for under 20 bucks, if you can get this deck, I think it's a super cool addition to your collection. This is the Robin Hood, 100% Robin Hood theme deck, and I'm super happy to share it with you guys. And if you face this deck in the wild, like, you can't get mad losing to this deck. You just can't. It's 100% on theme. So, but yeah, if you want to go a little bit more competitive, I believe I have the answer for you. I have the Robin Hood Floodborn deck, which is pretty much focused on that Floodborn theme there. Because Robin Hoods really care about damaged characters, right? Like, for example, we have this one. Robin Hood Sneaky Sleuth. This character gets +1 lore for each opposing damaged character in play. So we have a Floodborn Robin Hood that cares about damage, which is perfect because if we combine that with Chief Bogo, whenever you play a Floodborn character, 1 damage. Deal 1 damage to each opposing character. Right? If we combine all of our Floodborn stuff with this Chief Bogo, then all of a sudden we have 3 ways to deal damage to our opponents. And I think that is the way to go with the synergy. We also have Morph, right? Because we're playing a lot of Floodborns, we're going to want to shift them on top of this Morph. So I think Morph is super happy to live in this list for now. It can shift into a bunch of things, right? Morph can shift into a Helga Sinclair, which is also incredible in this deck. 4/4, quest for 2, shifts for 3, uninkable 5-drop. But whenever it quests, you can deal 3 damage to chosen damaged character. That is so strong. So strong. Especially since when you play this character on top of a Morph, you can immediately quest with it to do the damage, right? So that's pretty fun. As well in this deck, we have the Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, which is going for about $7 right now, and it is a very strong card from set 1. It's a inkable 6 cost, 4/5, quest for 2, shifts for 4. When you play this character, deal 1 damage to each opposing character. Then during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen opposing character. So it's just all around just doing tons of damage, just doing so much damage to everything. And I like the when you play it, it deals a damage to everything. So if you have a Chief Bogo in play and you play a Tinkerbell, they're both going to do a damage to everything, which is crazy, right? We're going to be wiping the board like crazy. We also have another Floodborn character that is super strong. It's Cheshire Cat from the Shadows. It is very expensive. It's an 8 cost inkable 5/6 that quests for 2. It does shift for 5 and it is evasive. But he's got a wicked smile. You can exert him to banish chosen damaged character. That's crazy, dude. You can just exert this to banish a damaged character, right? So, again, you have Robin Hood to deal a damage. You have the cat to banish the damaged character. We have combos in this deck to, like, purely control the board. And I think it is a very strong deck. 4 Robin's Bows, 2 Sherwood Forests for the ward. We have just a couple random 1-drops. I chose Duke of Wesselton just for a random 2/2 I had lying around that I don't have a use for. We got Cheshire Cats, not all there. I think it's very difficult to play this for 8. Maybe it's impossible in this deck to play it for 8, but we're going to want to shift it for 5, right? So we have 2 shift targets. We have Morph and we have Cheshire Cat, not all there. We definitely want to have a way to shift that big cat because it's just too big. Whereas Tinkerbell, I don't need the little Tinkerbell because 6 is actually a viable option. We can get to 6 ink in this deck, but I don't think we can get to 8. So that's why I included 2 shift targets for the cat, but there's only 1 shift target for Tinkerbell in Morph, right? Same with Helga Sinclair. There's only 1 shift target in Morph. We're not worried about tiny Helga Sinclairs in this deck anymore. Not going to be worth it. Robin Hood can shift on top of tons of Robin Hood stuff. We still have a couple copies of Beast. Just when you play it, deal a damage to chosen character. I think this is still worth it. It's not incredible, but it does help the deck just get a little bit of damage flowing for the Robin Hood's bows specifically. Just get that flowing a bit. And then we have Hans. I love Hans 13 in line because it's just a 2 quester. And whenever it quests, you can deal 1 damage to chosen character. And it's just an inkable 4-cost 3/3. You know, I think it's just a solid card, right? Just solid all-around card. And in this deck, it's great, right? We have so many things that just do damage, and then we have so many ways to banish stuff. But the one weakness of this deck is there's actually no card draw, no card advantage. The only way we're going to be able to kind of keep the cards flowing is just by making sure we don't play too many cards in the same turn. Just make sure we're inking a card, playing a card. And then at 6 ink, we have to stop inking and just playing everything we get. And then making sure we remove everything our opponents play so that we're not falling behind. So yeah, anyway, this is what I'm currently running in my personal paper deck. It looks exactly like this. But if you wanted to make, you know, the 100% theme deck, you could try this out, and it would also be very good. I actually don't own any copies of Prince John, Greediest of All. This guy's, I don't have any of him. I don't know why. I gotta pick some up in order to make this deck. But yeah, for now, I have this one, and it works very well for me. I tend to enjoy it. Now, I would like to play them quickly on InkTable Lorcana. Let's give them both a showdown and see which one comes out on top. So I have loaded up as player 1, I have the Robin Hood theme deck, and then player 2 is going to be playing the Floodborn damage deck. And I believe I'm going to go... Actually, we'll just randomize who goes first. So, we have a lot of uninkables. Wow. We do have a 2-cost Robin Hood Capable Fighter into a 3-cost Prince John, which could be very good. We also have Robin's Bow. Man, so many uninkables. It's absolutely crazy. I kind of want to keep the Robin's Bow and the Robin Hood Capable Fighter and the Prince John, Greediest of All. But that's probably a mistake, right? Like, that's too many uninkables. Let's try that. Let's just keep the 2 into the 3. Let's not keep 2 3-drops that are uninkable. That's too much. Oh, plus we got another one anyways. Okay, let's ink a card. I think it's got to be Skippy. And we'll play a 1-drop. We got a 1-drop. It's a Little John Camp Cook. All right, our opponent ends up inking Cheshire Cat from the Shadows to play Robin Hood Beloved Outlaw. Very good play. I'm going to... We have almost no ink. So I will ink the Nottingham. And I will play the only thing I can play. Robin Hood Capable Fighter. Now here's the thing. I don't know whether I should be questing or not. If I quest, I invite a challenge. I don't know. I don't know what the right call is, but I do think that if you're not sure what the right call is, you should quest. Because at the end of the day, it's a race. So, like, our opponent attacking our Little John... Oh, man! That... Our opponent just gained a lore from that. I didn't think about that. That was a really good play by them. So they attacked my Little John. It survives. And then they played Robin Hood Archery Contestant. If an opponent has a damaged character and play gain a lore. Ooh. Sneaky bugger. Sneaky bugger. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and ink. I might as well ink this Little John Loyal Friend because it's a 6-cost. And I think we have to play Robin's Bow here because now I can use my card ability on Robin Hood Capable Fighter to do a damage to... I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. These are both the same exact character, but I think I'll choose the 2-drop here. And then what I can do is I can use my card ability of the Robin's Bow to deal a damage to a damaged character, and we can take out the Robin Hood. And I'm not too sure what the plan is now. Do I quest with Little John? Again, I think... I don't know. I'm going to pass. I quested and I passed. Robin Hood, the 2/2. Oh, man, they have another archery contestant. They gain another lore and then they take it out. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. We have some options here. I'm not sure what to do. If we play another Robin's Bow, I don't think it does anything right now because they only have 2 HP, 2 toughness. So a single ping plus a Robin's Bow will take one out. I think at this point it might be useful to play like Little John Bodyguard. I don't really have any ways of making them discard cards. I think we should continue inking because it's kind of important. So we'll ink the big guy. We'll play the Little John Bodyguard, which I think is going to be very useful. Sure, we can bodyguard him. And I'm going to use this card ability to, again, take out the Robin Hood and use the Robin's Bow to take out Robin Hood as well. And we'll pass a turn there. It's kind of a slow questing game right now. Ah, they play a Chief Bogo. That's scary, very scary, and then they quest. So Chief Bogo, of course, could do a damage to all of my characters if they play a Floodborn. Oh, we did get the Shift guy. Man, I should have kept Little John alive. Could have been sweet. Can we take out Chief Bogo? No, we could do a damage to it. We could do another damage to it. Then we could play another Robin's Bow and deal another damage to it, but that's not enough. So, I think we just use the card ability, or do we... Wait, hold on a second. I don't actually know. Maybe we should hit Chief Bogo with Robin Hood Capable Fighter. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough call. Maybe I just play Prince John because it quests for 2. Although it's only a 1/2. So it might die to Chief Bogo eventually. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use my Little John to challenge the Robin Hood. I'm going to use the card ability on Robin Hood to damage Chief Bogo. I'm going to use the Robin Hood's bow to damage Chief Bogo again. And then I think I am going to play the Prince John, greediest of all. And I think that's it for now. No, I might as well ink something. Yeah, I think, man, that was a tough turn. I wasn't really sure what to do. Okay, they quest for 2. Dang it. They play Helga Sinclair, which does a damage to everything, which is super scary. Okay, so we have Sherwood Forest and Robin's Bow. So Helga Sinclair is kind of a problem. It's 4 toughness as well, which is kind of difficult to get rid of. We do have a bodyguard, though, so if we, if we quest, then it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is tricky. This is tricky. I think we just kind of have to play the Robin's Bow. And then the Sherwood Forest. Characters gain... Pay 1, exert, deal 2 damage to a damaged character. So I don't think I can use that. I think I'm just going to use these Robin's Bows to take out Chief Bogo. And then, like, I could hit Helga Sinclair with this Robin Hood here. I think I'm going to quest with Little John. Maybe quest with Prince John as well. And I better do a damage while I can. Because, yeah, my Robin Hood Capable Fighter could just die next time this goes on a quest. It can deal 3 damage to a damaged character like this guy. Could be bad. And then this card, in case I draw a 6-cost card, I want to ink it. But there's no point inking it this turn, I think, so I'll just pass. I don't think there's any risk of just keeping it in hand. Oh, see, like, look at that. Robin Hood Daydreamer, a 4/5. All right, Helga quests and got rid of my Little John. Okay. So we just drew a Little John Camp Cook, so that's not great. So I'm going to play Sherwood Forest. I'm going to play Little John. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept it. I should have kept an ink again. But that's okay. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the card ability of Robin's Bow to take out Helga Sinclair. So we can only do 2 damage here, but these ready up every time one of our Robin Hood's quests. So I'm just going to quest with Robin Hood. And that should ready up the bows. Perfect. And then I'll use these bows to take out the Helga Sinclair. Well, only one of them. We'll quest with Prince John for 2. And we should move... Well, Robin Hood moves in for free. And I guess I'll move in Little John into the Sherwood Forest. And that's it. We're going to pass there. Not so bad. Ooh, they play another Helga Sinclair. Scary. Robin Hood's going to quest for 4. That makes a lot of sense. Oh boy, we're just drawing 1-drop after 1-drop. Well, that's not bad. We could play it. It's actually really not bad. Maybe I should just play it. Because it's another Robin Hood that can quest to ready up the Robin's bows. Like, think about that. So, this questing for 4 is a problem. Can we take it out? We can do 1, 2, 3 damage for 5 damage. We could do 5 damage because it's Sherwood Forest. Yeah, we can do it, right? So let's go ahead and use the card ability of Robin Hood. Whoa. What? I have to type this in? Which action to trigger? That's also the wrong word. I'm not triggering an action. I'm activating an ability. I mean, I'm activating an action, I guess. I don't know. The words don't make sense to me. I would like to deal a damage to chosen character. Oh, I don't have to type it in. I just have to click it. Okay, so we're going to do boom. And then we're going to do card ability of Robin's Bow. We're going to do Robin's Bow. Then we're going to do card ability of Robin's Bow. Boom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the card ability of Little John, which I have to pay an ink to do 2 damage to a damaged character. Boom. We just took out Robin Hood Daydreamer. Oh, yeah. And now we're pretty much out of options. We're going to quest for 2 with Prince John. And I guess we should move in. Well, Robin Hood can move in for free. And let's move in Prince John, the last person. So now everybody's in the Sherwood Forest. And I'll pass the turn. Robin Hood moves for free. Robin Hood ward. Characters gain ward. So everything has ward. Wow, that's pretty strong. We drew a Skippy. They're just questing for 3, though. They are getting ahead of us. They played, what, a Robin's Bow and a Morph? Yeah, that's not incredible. I think I will take out Helga Sinclair with my card ability of Robin Hood Capable Fighter. 1 damage to you. And then I'll use the card ability of the Robin's Bows to do boom. Card ability of Robin's Bows to do boom. And then I'm going to quest with Robin Hood, which readies up my Robin's Bows. So fun. And then I'll use the Robin's Bows to do 1 more. Helga's down. I don't think I can take out Morph this turn. That's okay. I guess I could have if I did Robin Hood Capable Fighter, actually. But then I don't know how I would have taken out Helga. I could have like ran something into Helga and then maybe used the Sherwood Forest to take her out, actually. I had options for sure. I had options. I don't think I'm going to play Skippy, actually. I think I am going to save Skippy as ink just in case. And I'm just going to be questing with like everything I can. I think we're okay right now. I think we're actually doing quite well. And I can't really do anything else. I could play Skippy. Actually, I might as well play Skippy. Because I'm at 14 lore. Like, I feel like I should just play it. Oh, I can move Skippy in as well. And then I'll pass. What? Okay, so they used Morph to shift into Robin Hood Sneaky Sleuth, which actually got +2 lore because I had 2 damage characters. So they could have quested for 3. That seems like a good idea, but instead they took out Prince John. Okay. Oh, look at this. We can play Little John and shift it on top of this little 1-drop Little John. It gets way bigger. It becomes a 4/5 that quests for 2 now. That's sick. All right, this guy's a 3/5. Okay, I don't know what they did, but we're definitely going to win now. I am going to use the card ability of the Robin's Bows to damage the Robin Hood. And then I'm going to quest with Robin Hood. Ready up my bows. And then we're going to use the bows. Boom. Boom. We're going to use the bows, and then we're going to quest with everything, which technically readies up the bows again. But there's no more characters. We're going to quest with Little John, who quests for 2. And then we're going to quest with Skippy. We didn't quite win the game yet, but we're going to win next turn. That was pretty close, actually. That was a pretty close game, I'm not going to lie. All right. Quest with a Robin Hood for the win. Boop. They had a Cheshire Cat from the Shadows in their hand. Ooh, that's a good card. Okay, so let's load new decks, and let me try the other side of the matchup, I guess. So I'm going to be playing the Floodborn Damage Robin Hood deck, the one that's all about the Cheshire Cats and the Chief Bogos and stuff. And my opponent will play the 100% Robin Hood theme deck, and I believe I will let them go first. Oh, wait, how does this work? Player 2 start. I'll let them start. Give myself a challenge. All right. Nothing actually that good here. We have a 2-drop, but like I kind of need a 1-drop. Robin Hood, Sneaky Sleuth. I do kind of want a Chief Bogo as well. It's kind of what the deck is built around. It's a risky call. I think I will keep the Chief Bogo. No, I'm going to get another Chief Bogo. Let's get rid of everything. Except for the 2-drop. Yeah, we got 2 more Chief Bogos. Yeah, I don't think I needed to keep that. That's good that I didn't. All right, they go first with a Robin Hood. I will play this Duke of Weaselton. But before I do so, I got to ink like Robin Hood Daydreamer, I think. Well, I'm going to ink Beast. Just because I have all these 4-drops to play that I'm probably never going to be playing the 4-drop Beast. It's going to be competing. All right, Robin Hood Archery Contestant. We have an uphill battle here. This is scary. Okay, we can ink this Duke of Weaselton. That's fine. And what should I play? Robin Hood or Robin Hood? Probably Robin Hood. Capable fighter. And then what should the Duke do? I don't know what my plan is right now. Do I have a plan? Yeah, I don't really have a plan. I mean, I kind of have a plan. This Robin Hood and the Chief works really well. If I play Chief first and then I play Robin Hood plus Robin Hood. I think I should just challenge, or no. Yeah. It's a tough call, but I will challenge and I'll pass. Normally I wouldn't think that long about that, but whatever. Oh, well, Prince John, greediest of all. It has ward, so I can't ping it with stuff that targets. All right, let's ink Robin Hood Daydreamer. We have plenty of those. Yeah, I don't really have a great play here, so I think what I'll do is I'll use the card ability of Robin Hood to damage this Robin Hood, which means... Oh, I could shift now. +1... no, I'll shift later. So I'll play this Robin Hood, which gets me a lore, because there is an opposing damaged character in play. So that was the correct play there. Looks like they're just gaining lore. Oh, another Prince John, Greediest of All. That could be very scary if they have a Friar Tuck in hand. Oh, boy. Oh, we drew another Chief Bogo. That's super, super weird. I will play Chief Bogo by inking another Robin Hood Daydreamer. Okay, so we have Chief Bogo out, which is good. Now, whenever we play Floodborn characters, we get to do a damage to everything. Yeah, we'll just use my card ability of Robin Hood to just take out this Robin Hood again. I don't know, seems easy. And we'll quest with the other Robin Hood, and we're passing. We're not doing so badly here. We're not doing so badly at all. Ooh, they have a Sherwood Forest and a Robin Hood Archery Contestant. Okay, not so scary. All right, we're going to play another Chief Bogo for sure, because next time we play this Robin Hood, we get to do 2 damage to each opposing character, which just wipes out all the Prince Johns, which is, it's going to be game over. But in case it's not game over, maybe I should think about what they can do to me. They could potentially shift this Robin Hood into something like a 3/5. I don't know if Chief Bogo is in danger if I quest with them. I don't think it's worth questing with them. Or these Robin Hoods, to be honest. I think I quest with one Robin Hood. And that's about it. I can't really ink anything because I really need this Robin Hood, and I don't want to like lose it. Yeah, I'm just going to play it safe, and we're just going to quest with that Robin Hood and pass. Because this Robin Hood's kind of cool. It's kind of useful. And I also need another Robin Hood. Okay. They moved some characters in there. And they played another Prince, or they played this guy. Which is interesting, but doesn't do anything good. So now I will shift for 3 on top of this guy, because this guy doesn't do anything. Boom. And that does 2 triggers. 1 damage to each opposing character from the Chief Bogo. Another 1 damage from the Chief Bogo. Boom. Wipes out 3 of their characters. They only have 1 character left. I should probably ink a card. We'll ink this Morph, because we can play another Robin Hood, which is sick. And then I will use the quest ability of this Robin Hood, because it does get +1 right now. So go to 5. And then I'll use the card ability of this Robin Hood to do a damage to this Robin Hood. Oh, it has Ward. No, it has Ward right now. How do I cancel this? Deal a damage to Joe's guy. No, I have to choose myself. What the heck? No, it's so unfortunate. No, I can't cancel it. Oh no. Hit yourself. Robin Hood hit himself. What are you doing, dude? Okay, mistakes were made. I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit when I make a mistake. That was a mistake. But you know what? I forgot. I forgot about the ward, and this guy is worded in a weird way. None of my stuff has ward. You're able to just pink my stuff down now. That's not good. Oh boy. Ooh. I got another Floodborn, so we have another 2 damage coming in. Boop. Pending triggers. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Nice. Yeah, dude, this is 2 Chief Bogos on the field without any way to answer them is nasty. I just want to quest now. I just want to quest away, we're gonna quest away, we're gonna quest away. So the last game I played ended up being a lot closer This game here is kind of one-sided. I set up the Chief Bogos. I got my Robin Hoods, got my Floodborns. It's just over. Let's play a third Chief Bogo and quest away with Chief Bogos. And that's the game. That is the game. This is the deck. It's just fine. It's just a fine deck. It's not bad. Our opponent could have destroyed us, by the way, if they had a Friar Tuck in hand. They could have made us discard a bunch of cards, and they would have drawn a bunch of cards. Like, the potential they had would have been disgusting, but they didn't have it. So, but they almost had a really good start. So, like, yeah, I would say overall, both of these decks are very fun and very good. For 20 bucks, this one is probably more worth it for 20 bucks than the other one. The other one is 45. I didn't really talk about the expensive cards, but Morph is like $2 and Tinkerbell's like $7 each, which is why it's a little bit expensive. But I think these Tinkerbells are pretty solid, even though I didn't play a single one today. I just think that you guys should build some casual theme decks and you know, not play so competitively all the time. You know, have some casual decks out there too that are budget and kind of weak and kind of fun to play and play against, you know. And it's just cool to add to your collection. You know, it's a way to utilize underplayed cards. Oh yeah, one quick mention before I sign off. The theme deck 100%, you could add the legendary Robin Hoods, Champion of Sherwood, but those cards are expensive, right? Like if I edit this deck and I go, by the way, this is how I look up the franchise. You just go Robin Hood franchise and you get all of the Robin Hood cards in these colors. So that's how I was able to make sure that all these cards are in theme. Is yeah, I just typed it in right here on dreamborn.ink, franchise Robin Hood. And yeah, what was I going to say? This guy right here. This guy is $24. So if you add even one copy of this Champion of Sherwood, it takes the deck and it doubles the price of the deck plus, right? So like this guy's just too strong. He shifts for 3. He would fit perfectly in the deck. It's unfortunate, but he's really expensive. So yeah, I just made a budget version. But if you wanted to slot in 4 Robin Hood Champion of Sherwood, you could absolutely do that. And take out, I don't know, you could take out almost anything. Take out some Little Johns or some, I don't know, Nottingham, or I don't know, maybe the Skippies. Yeah, you could take out the Skippies and find some room there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that deck. And yeah, we will sign off for now. Let me know what you thought of the comments below. Especially you, that one person that requested this video, this is for you. Back from popular request, we got to update the decks as the new cards roll in. I know I'm a little slow on it, just getting a little overwhelmed with all the decks, but hopefully the patience pays off and you appreciate the decks I cooked with today. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll catch you guys next time. Lorcana with Luke out. Peace!